Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing why did you meet this person? This could be any person that you have in your mind, especially that in today's reading we're taking a closer look at the lessons behind meeting them as well. So to do this reading we are going to be picking 3 piles together. So there we go. 1, 2, and this one, and 3. Let's see what we have. So for pile number 1, we have this picture. For pile number 2, we have this picture. And for pile number 3, we have this picture. Now, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the Sodalite. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the Mookayte Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, we have the Amazonite, and this is what your crystal looks like. So, take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. There are different ways you can use today's reading. You can allocate a different person to a different pile, or perhaps you can have one or several piles for the same person, or sometimes you can just allow yourself to listen to what the universe wants to tell you, see what the universe, which person the universe is discussing, and what lesson why they were brought into your life, and what lessons were they meant to teach you. So these are the different ways you can take a look at the piles, and as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll let you meditate with the cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your pile preparation process. It is so lovely having you here as we prepare for your piles. So let me introduce your cards to you. On the left are the Oracle cards, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, I always mention this. You'll find a link to these decks down in the description box. Okay, so let's shuffle with intention and find out, why did you meet this person, and what was the lesson behind meeting this person? And that is the third one. Okay. Next deck. So why did you meet this person? And what was the lesson behind meeting this person? We'll divide your tea leaves into 3 parts, making it easier to shuffle. So let's put a little bit here, a little bit there, and here. Right, let's pick up the first part. Whoa! Look, with the boot, for a lot of you, you've learned how to leave someone. You know the expression, give them the boot or something. I know it's a very tough expression, but the way it's being presented here is simply showing that you've learned to just let things go, to walk out when maybe your boundaries are being disrespected. Yeah, someone's not respecting your boundaries. And so, yeah, one of the reasons you met this person was to learn how to move out and let someone go when they are not giving the same efforts maybe that you're giving, or disrespecting your boundaries, or stepping on what is important to you. Okay, so let's go back to which card is meant for pile number 1. Why did you meet this person? Thank you. And what are the lessons behind meeting this person? Why did you meet this person? And what are the lessons behind meeting this person? 2. Okay. With the tarot decks, we're going to be taking 2 cards from each deck. Except for this one, I'm going to be taking just 1. So, there's the first. Why did you meet this person? And what were the lessons behind, actually this one, meeting them? Okay, now let's pick up your tarot cards and shuffle with intention. Why did you meet this person? And what were the lessons behind meeting this person? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now let's pick up the next deck. Why did you meet this person? Thank you. And what were the lessons behind meeting them? So why did you meet this person? And what were the lessons behind meeting them? Why did you meet this person? And what were the lessons behind meeting them? Okay. Now let's get into, let's pick up your last deck, I mean. And again, ask with intention. Why did you meet this person? And what were the lessons that you were learning through them, please? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So our 3 piles are now ready. Let's pick up the first pile and prepare it for your reading. There we go. So pile number 1 is now ready. With the Sodalite. Pile number 2. Is also ready with the Mookayte Jasper. And pile number 3. Is now also ready with the Amazonite. Wow, so your 3 piles are now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I always appreciate it. I appreciate you being part of this preparation process, for spending your time with me. Being around on the channel is such a blessing. Thank you guys so much. I'm blessed to have wonderful people like you always. Love you guys very much. And let's get into your reading. Thank you for everything. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Sodalite as well as this card. Very interesting. Let's see how this fits into your reading, my dear pile number 1, on why you met this person and what lessons were they offering you to learn from meeting them. So first, let's take a look at your oracle cards. So you have, you have timid on one side and reckless on the other. How interesting that this is coming with this person. Oh, sorry, with this card. You have unlimited possibilities. Sorry, there we go. These are exactly the same things that I'm seeing here. And you have Cain. Pay attention to your health. Okay, so let's keep this right there for now. All right. So you have the King of Wands. You have the Page of Swords, the Judgment card, you have the Hanged Man. This is the after tarot. This is the scene after the regular Rider-Waite-Smith scene. So is the same with this one as well. So that's the Hanged Man. I wanted to say so is this card. That's the Seven of Wands. Amazing. You have the Four of Wands. You have the Three of Pentacles. Ah, these are three. Okay. You have the Four of Wands again. The High Priestess. Looking through glass, and you have the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay. So what are we seeing here? So pile number one, what I'm seeing here, especially with the High Priestess, with the clock, this was a critical time in your spiritual journey. This person has a key role to changing something big in you, actually. You know, I'm seeing so many wands in your reading, and especially with this cane, it's reminding me of either the Ace of Wands or the King of Wands. And you have the King of Wands here with Maman Brigitte, and we'll get to that in a second. But I'm seeing with your main card and with the second card here and this one, first impression or the first idea that I understood instantly was that this person was teaching you how to become more outgoing. There's a lot of wand energy to this person. With timid and recklessness, we have a line in between the two. And I think perhaps you had goals and dreams. You wanted to overcome many things. Perhaps you're a systematic person in life. You take your time to do things. I feel like this person came into your life and taught you or pushed you how to be bolder. This person has a lot of energy in them with the King of Wands. Now they are on the extreme side of you, where they're not really balanced either with the reckless. But you know how sometimes when you have a wand, a metal wand or a metal stick that is bent and you want to balance it out, so sometimes you push it to the other direction so that you're able to bring it back in the middle. I feel like both of you had a great effect on each other's lives. That's for sure. I believe you taught this person with the Page of Swords how to be more wise, how to be more, I want to say intellectual, curious, look for bigger meanings, to be less superficial and more look at the depth of things. So to this person, you were a mind candy, someone who taught them how to think well before they take action. There is young energy to both of you, but different energies. With your energy, I see the young energy of a Page of Swords. Someone who loves to think, loves to explore, but maybe less of an action taker. Someone who has wonderful ideas. Once someone gives you their ear, you take them into a beautiful land. You have so much perspective in life and such beautiful point of views about things. you have a beautiful mind. This person, on the other hand, has a different advantage. With the Four of Wands coming up, this person is more fun, outgoing, with the unlimited possibilities. Nothing stands in their way. If they have an idea, they go for it. They are bold. They take action. They're strong, they're more on the reckless side. So, both of you really, with the High Priestess and the Hanged Man especially, came into each other's lives to shift perspective on how to look at lives, bending, seeing the extreme from the other side in order to bend and come somewhere in the middle. I'm not sure if this person reached equilibrium, but I do see that you really benefited a lot from this person. Although there was a lot of reckless energy that certainly surged into your life with the appearance of this person. See, Hanged Man and the Judgment card shows that this person showed you a different perspective that certainly helped you move forward in your spiritual ascension. So this person came into your life to teach you how to overcome challenges boldly, to think of life as something that you can handle in terms of, if you have dreams, to go for it, to be bold, to speak up, to say what you want, to do what you want. So much wand energy. And this person, although had to find equilibrium from you and had to look at life in a more cerebral way, they certainly have a lot of power to them. With the King of Wands appearing twice, they're bold, they say what they want, but to an extreme with the recklessness, because we have Maman Brigitte, which is the voodoo queen of the cemetery, and she's known to be foul-mouthed, sarcastic, suggestive. It's not nice energy. So this person took it to the extreme sometimes, and this is where your second lesson comes in, or what you were supposed to learn from this person. See, this person obviously controlled things their way by using that power, or using a bit of negativity or toxicity. They have this need for power to control maybe others, to make things go their way. So with this person, when it was fun, Four of Wands twice, it was so much fun. It was exciting. It was full of life. You felt like life was much simpler than you saw it. You felt like possibilities were opening up. It was so easy to get the things that you wanted. This person would pump you up with strong words of empowerment, was there with you with the Three of Pentacles. There's this person certainly for a lot of the things that you wanted to do was there for you. But also, when this person was mean, they were cutthroat. Perhaps they were a bit unfair. They would say things that would really hurt you. They would say nasty things that would really make you cry. And so this shows that part of the lesson was, as Alice in Wonderland is going through the looking glass, to look into the other world, the unseen world within you, to look within yourself, because through the hurt and the pain, you were able to detect What hurts you? What makes, what causes triggers? Why does this person trigger you this way? Why do the things that they say or do, although sometimes you know that it may come from a weak place, a dishonest place, why would it hurt you to this extent? It certainly allowed you to look at things from a different perspective, to look within, deeply within, because it was through this person that old wounds or old pains rushed out. And from there you were able to capture them, realize why you would cry so much, why it would hurt so much, and heal from there. I think you met this person at a spiritual crossover where you were getting more spiritual, you were learning more about yourself, you were learning more about maybe inner child, to go inside inner child, or the unconscious mind, to look within. And or perhaps this person could have led you with the Ace of Wands to begin. Yes. This person was the cause that led you to finally look within. Why are you hurt like that? Why do things like that hurt you the way they do? You were ready to look within during that time. That's why it was a critical time. And as much as this person hurt you and helped you in this direction to look within and grow stronger muscles, as much as they also pushed you to become stronger, to be bolder, to not be afraid of challenges, and to, face them head through, you found a lot of boldness and strength in life as you were dealing with this person. But it didn't come from the outside. This person simply taught you how to connect on the inside. You had that strength within you, and to let it out. Because if this person was dealing with another person, they may not have seen it from this perspective. They may have been afraid to let this power out. But really, this person just simply connected you to strength that you already have by watching their boldness. They are very, very, very strong, for sure, with the King of Wands coming up twice. They are smart with their words, with their communication, with what they say, and they're able to be cut through. Yeah, we said that. So with the Three of Pentacles, they certainly assisted you in your ascension, in your personal power journey, and growing into who you're supposed to be. Pile number 1. Yeah. You know how they use the flamingos in Alice in Wonderland to play croquet? I feel like people may have used you in the past, perhaps because of, it could be because of your kindness, it could be because you believed them, it could be because you had to learn to say no, maybe, or maybe you didn't want to get yourself into a lot of noise. All in all, this person taught you to never let someone treat you like that, either through them or through you watching them treat other people. In whichever case, you found your personal power and you were able to draw a strong line between anyone who may think they can mistreat you for any reason, especially to use you You know what I thought? They could use you because you could be a helpful person, and you actually like helping others. You have a lot of empathy. And so you are getting your help and becoming stronger now through this person, or got your help by becoming stronger or finding your own personal power through this person. And now if you want to help, you help, but without allowing anyone to take advantage of that. You see, you've learned to help, but also to draw very strong boundaries between you and others who would ever use that for their advantage. I feel you've learned that it's amazing to help, but it's important to put yourself first, that you are respected before anything happens. So there's a lot of spiritual growth and personal empowerment I see in your cards. Also, this person has taught you to use your mental powers, you know, your intelligence, your ideas, to put them into power, you know? You're smart, and so this person opened up an empowerment gateway for you to use your wittiness, your analysis, the way you talk maybe, out. So now you're more outspoken than you ever were before. I feel like in many ways this person made you more alert. It's like there's a wake up here happening, and you're very different now from when you met this person. Also, an amazing thing here that you've learned is that you have learned to look at possibilities. Really, they have one way or the other taught you or pushed you or opened up your eyes towards going after what you want, whether directly or indirectly. And I see that you're more now on your path again than you ever were before this person. So yes, definitely a lot of hurt and pain. This person obviously was not nice. Seeing Maman Brigitte here, you know, maybe they were mean-spirited. They were critical. They said nasty, hurtful things, or did unforgiving, hurtful things to you. Yes, a lot of the times they put themselves first, and it didn't matter how much it hurt. It only mattered what they would get, or that they would be more in power, or whatever exactly was the situation. But all in all, my dear pal number one, as hurtful as this was, and as reckless as this person may have been, I know that they have learned a lot from you. I don't know if they have applied what they've learned or not, but they certainly have. But what I want to say is, what I do know is that you have certainly ascended. You've got a lot of learnings from this. You've grown muscle, you've grown grit, you've grown power, which is the most important thing. That's not because they gave it to you. That's because they helped you get in touch with it from within, outside. And like I said, you're a completely different person now from when you met this person. You're a much stronger person. You're very aware of people, how they treat you or treat each other, and you don't allow anyone to cross their line with you from that point onwards. So proud of you, my dear pal number one. So proud of your growth. So proud of your power. It is wonderful to have learned all of these things and found yourself along the way. Good job, my dear pal number 1. Loved your reading very much. Of course, sorry for everything that happened. This person is out of the way. Most important thing is that you have grown and you have found your power. My dear pal number 1, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel, which is the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 1. This book could really help you out in achieving the things that you want. Definitely could be a great addition to your personal empowerment journey. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. You'll really have fun reading this book and applying the tools that it has easily, simply, but yet with real power. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And pile number 1, it was a real pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. So proud of you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Your pile number 2 and your card is 22. So 222. What a synchronicity. So you've chosen the Mookayte Jasper as well. This is what your main card looks like. Very intriguing. I wonder what this is saying. Okay. Let's keep it here for now. And let's take a look at the rest of your oracle cards. So you have on one side serene, on the other side agitated. Okay. You have reunion of souls. How beautiful. So nice. Okay. You also have cup. You should accept valid criticism. I actually see what this cup is saying here. All right. You have the 7 of Swords. And let's take a look at the rest of your tarot cards. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the 2 of Wands. So this is the after tarot. This is the scene after the regular RWS scene. So the fish is, I believe, falling back into the sea. Left the cup. Interesting. You have the 9 of Cups. So nice. You have the Fool card. Whoa, again, this is no coincidence here. Okay. Have the depiction of the god Janus looking towards the past and the future. Okay. All right. Oh, and they are falling right in conjunction with each other. How interesting. You have the Magician card. Okay. And you have the Judgment card. That's when the Queen of Hearts caught them coloring the flowers red because they misunderstood and they were trying to correct their mistakes, but they got caught. And then you have That's interesting. The death card, when she actually went off with their heads, right? How interesting that you get the same thing, the same two scenes, one in the judgment card and one in the death card. Wow. Okay, so what are we seeing here? Obviously, there was a critical moment that changed everything for you with this person, with the god Janus looking at the past and the future. There was this cutting point that changed everything. Something happened in this connection. See, what I'm seeing here is that you are a loving person who gives so much to others. When you love, you give everything. You are a giver. And this is a person, whether it's a romantic connection or a friend or a family or a colleague, you gave your all. You are a giver, and relationships mean so much to you. But here is the thing. Relationships, see, with the reunion of the souls, you have a part that is beautiful to you, but some spiritual ascension with the judgment card needed to happen to look out for you as well. So connections to you are very valuable. They mean so much to you. You hold them with high regards and respect. And they have, a lot of meanings. But here we see that when things are good in a relationship, you are feeling serene and everything's feeling okay. But if anything happens, there is agitation, meaning you're not feeling okay. And so with the judgment card here, sometimes you can fix a situation out of love towards this person that you may not really believe in or feel is correct, just to make it okay, just to make it work. Because by nature you are a giver. And as much as a beautiful thing that is, you were learning to give to you as well, to fill your cup, just as you are kind with others. See, another two. You were learning to be kind to yourself as well, mostly just the way you are kind to others. And so by correcting mistakes for things to work out, things turned sour. I think with the death card, things transformed with the off with their heads. Perhaps this allowed others to instantly cross their boundaries with you, to feel entitled, to feel like they can do what they want. And with the Page of Cups here, it's like relationships become slippery. They slip away from you. Because the more you try to hold on to something, the more it slips out. And this was to really help you with your journey, just like the Fool's journey, to help you see that you are just as magical and more and as important as you are with the people who you love and hold dear. So your spiritual journey was really teaching you to give to yourself. See, the Nine of Cups is very happy and satisfied on their own. They're emotionally happy on their own. You know, you can see someone, I'm intuitively seeing someone dining on their own, getting their dish, being presented with their dish, and they're very happy to do things on their own. So it's all about filling your cup. It's okay to love and cherish others, to hold them dear. That's the more beautiful and balanced thing about you. That please keep holding on to. But your reading here is showing you that this person truly taught you to give that love to yourself as well through their reactions, their unexpected reactions to you kindly doing something, trying to fix it. And through that, you've learned to be firm about yourself too, to see that it does not always lead to favorable results. If you don't give your needs to yourself, others will not be giving it to you. They'll learn more and more to focus on their needs, because relationships, they're balanced, No matter how balanced we are, we teach each other constantly what are our boundaries, what we like, what we don't like. And it's always a learning curve between two people. Always, no matter how balanced both are. Because if we're not, we teach others, whether they mean it or not, to cross their boundaries. And that's why you have the Seven of Swords here with Laverna, who is the Roman goddess of thieves, cheats. And so when we let it go, when we're not firm with our boundaries, we teach others to do things that may be considered, how do I say this, cheating for us, or there's a word, to be unfaithful to us, even if they don't mean it. Yeah, we show them through what is important and what is not, that what they've done wasn't that right. So they stand there and go, oh my God, yes, you're right. This was not really the right thing to do. I'm sorry. And then they are careful the next time. But when we let it loose, if they're not balanced, now we're teaching people to genuinely cheat on us. And by cheating, I don't mean only cheating in terms of relationships, but also cheating us in terms of being disloyal or dishonest with us. So yeah, this person was definitely a critical person here in your journey to changing from past you to new you. You have changed a lot, or you could be in the process of changing. I really feel that you have changed a lot. With the Nine of Cups, I feel like you're getting somewhere really good, where you're learning to first set boundaries, to stand up for yourself, to realize that you even if you don't feel good when this person is not there, when this dear person is not there, it is important anyway to set your boundary, to say, no, this is not okay, even if it's going to feel bad, leaving them. It's about saying, no, I do not accept this behavior. And I feel like you've learned so much from this person on how to stand up for yourself. They perhaps were very harsh in their reactions to getting what they want, to make you do what they want you to do, and calling you off even after you do it. So this person really was a savior, just like the cat here in the Alice in Wonderland. What do we call it? Machina do... Oh, I need to remember. Machina... Deus ex machina. Showing that although it looked bad on the outside, it really was an interruption to a pattern for you to genuinely have a wake up, how things happen and how bad they can go when you are not taking care of you too, that sometimes serenity coming from connections can lead to the same agitation that you are worried about if you are on your own. So yes, you have learned a lot, my dear pile number 2, and you have seen that it doesn't lead to anything. In fact, with the slippery fish here, you don't even end up honing or taking care of the connection as you would have wanted. That someone always falls off. And so it's the other way around. By taking care of you, just as you take care of others, where you'll see that actually connections stay, because they learn to respect you and your needs and your boundaries. And so they put in that effort as well. They build that effort that you put in. And so they value the connection even more. And even if they are not balanced, they don't dare to do these nasty things to you, because you would have left with the first red flag, pile number 2. Yeah, you certainly have learned to fill your cup first. And that makes me really so proud of you. I'm so proud that you've learned a big lesson like that, and that you've learned to be happy on your own, that you're finding your serenity on your own, finding your enjoyment by your own. And that if a lovely connection comes up, a friendship or anything, that would be, or a romantic relationship, that would be lovely. But if it doesn't go the right way, then it's also lovely. You're going to leave them, move on, and do the right thing for you, my dear pile number 2. If you hear any background noise, this is my dog, just a heads up. I always like to keep him next to me, so thank you. Yeah, my dear pal number 2, you have certainly grown stronger. There's a lot of self-love that happened here. And with the Judgment card, you certainly have grown a lot spiritually, my dear pal number 2. So proud of you, wishing you the best of strength in your continuation in your spiritual journey. May you always be blessed. May you always grow stronger, full of love towards others and yourself. You're a beautiful being, my dear pal number 2. It was a real pleasure and an honor doing this reading for you. Thank you for tuning in. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2, if you're looking forward to improving your productivity as your next spiritual challenge to manifesting what you want and keeping at it and also enjoying it. You may want to check out my book. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And pile number 2, I'm wishing you the best. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Amazonite as well as this card. What a card. You can feel that everything is going on, that maybe there are a lot of complications, there are a lot of things to figure out. You had to maneuver around a difficult situation. Not an easy situation. This person was not easy to deal with. Perhaps someone who doesn't understand themselves was confused and was confusing you maybe with them. Let's see. We'll take a look at your cards, and we're starting off with your oracle cards first. You had 2 tea leaves. Yes, I remember that. So you have on one side understanding, on the other side you have mistake. I see. I'm starting to understand what this is about. You have grounding. Okay. Yes. Let's see your 2 tea leaves. So, yes, wisdom. So, on one side, so the first one you have owl, good advice from a wise person. And the other one says scales, keep your life in balance. Makes absolute sense. I totally see what this is. But let's first take a look at the rest of your tarot cards. So you have the Queen of Pentacles with Inanna. Let's keep it right there. And let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the Chariot. I think if you hear any background noise, this is my dog. Just a heads up, I always keep him next to me. You have the 9 of Pentacles. This is the after tarot, so these are the scenes right after the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. This is the 8 of Cups. Yes, you see? All right. You have the Hierophant, who has opened up his book. You have the 2 of Swords. The 5 of Swords. Interesting. And the 5 of Swords is forming a pentacle, or a star, which is a symbol of protection, because you know when you cut an apple, you see the seeds forming a star. And that's why apples are a symbol of protection as well, because of that. So we see with the 5 of Swords the 2 different opposite message, protection, and of course the regular Rider-Waite-Smith with, you know, I hurt you, you're gonna hurt me or someone else, and everyone's hurting one another. It's really connected here. And then you have the King of Swords. And you have the 2 of Cups. So straight away, what I'm seeing in your reading, talk about learning a great lesson here. What I'm seeing in your reading is that you may have been dealing with a difficult person. This is a person who you didn't understand, who did a lot of things. Sometimes the connection between both of you was great, sometimes it was working fine, sometimes it was nasty, sometimes it was really confusing. And to you, you were really understanding, because you felt that perhaps this is coming from past pains, this is coming from people who hurt them, and that's why they're doing what they're doing, but really they are good people, and you were having to deal with these 2 thoughts at the same time. A person has been doing maybe with the mistake a lot of things that weren't right towards you, but you were very understanding with the owl here. You also didn't always perhaps told yourself this person was hurt before, they're good people, but they're a good person, but they're doing these things because they're hurt and they don't know what to do, and I understand their situation. And the more you understood their situation, the more you were blocked from seeing the truth, because that's what it is with the 2 of Swords. That's what brought the confusion here. Sorry. And with the Eight of Cups here, we see that this person perhaps disappointed you a lot, left, and really made you look closely at your own cup to see how did this go wrong. And while it was important, wise, and lovely to be understanding towards others, but you also have learned an important lesson, that there is a stark difference between understanding why someone behaves the way they do and still setting the boundaries so they don't hurt you with their pain, even if they don't want to do that. They have a lot to deal with and they have to let it out, and it's going to be on whoever they're dealing with, especially if they're too understanding. And so with the scales here, you've learned to do both. Be understanding, but also keep balance in your life. To be fair to you too. Pile number 3. It was such a lovely thing to understand why they're doing what they're doing, but it's never an excuse to hurt you in that way ever, because with the Five of Swords there's a little bit of selfish energy. There's this energy of, I do what is right for me to survive, I do what is right for me to make me feel better. It doesn't matter what the other person is going to feel. And so you have learned that when you're too understanding, although it is right, what the analysis that you've done about this person in terms of why they're doing what they're doing, but to leave your guard down and let them do what they want will sting and hurt. And so through this person, you've learned the lesson that there is pain and hurt by understanding and letting your guard down is exactly it. And you've gained a lot of power, especially because it's depicted here that you were really shocked with this, with what happened. And so this brought a new beginning that really grounded you. You see, you have grounding here, and you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is very grounded. Here we have Inanna, which is the Sumerian goddess of fertility, showing that there is a new beginning here. A new you was born out of this whole situation from this person. You've learned so much, especially with the Two of Cups, about reciprocation. You've learned that there is a give and take. Yes, you can understand, you can be forgiving. Sometimes you can realize why this person is acting the way they do, but never allowing someone to use their situation to hurt you with it at the same time. With the King of Swords, I feel like this person is specific as well. Wasn't communicative, wasn't connected. You know, the King of Swords lacks emotions. You know, is more into the energy of the mind. When it comes to a connection and the King of Swords appears, we see a lack of maybe emotions, especially if they're sleeping in the card. So it's like they didn't do much. They weren't attentive. They weren't empathetic. They weren't really there all the time. Maybe they were too focused on themselves, actually. And maybe you had to be understanding, put in the work to keep the connection going. Maybe gave a lot of I feel with the Chariot here, especially with the salmon here going against the grain, going against the wave, the current, is that you really went out of your way with this person to make sure they're comfortable, make sure they're happy. You know, 9 of Pentacles shows that you were so kind. You made some of their dreams maybe come true. You were very helpful. You were there. You helped them out because you felt for them. You had a lot of empathy for them. But in return, there were crickets. This person was sleeping, was not there, and there was no reciprocity. And this was a great, great lesson to you. Because there's walking out. Maybe you felt like they helped other people but didn't help you. That they were capable of being awake. See, it's the red person there. And we see them here really teaching you a lesson. Maybe they were sleeping most of the time, but when it was time to give you, they weren't there. You sometimes even saw them giving to others and not to you. Sometimes overly giving to others as well, where there's flowing out of the cups, but not to you. Yeah, this person totally woke you up with Inanna here. And I feel like this is never going to happen again. It happened, you've learned from it, and from now on, you are a changed person. And the reason I say this is history is because the earliest existing writings found, or among the earliest existing writings found, were about Inanna. So this is long, long history. This is going to be left in the past. See, you didn't do all these things because you needed to build power or needed to learn how to stand up for yourself or anything like that. Here, it's mostly a misunderstanding, a mistake of equating being understanding to letting your guard down. That's exactly it. And you've really learned this lesson through this person. They came into your life to show you that people, even if you understand why they're doing what they're doing, they will act from their shadow. And it's very important that you keep a balance between your wisdom and your understanding. And so the main learning lesson with the Two of Cups is reciprocity. I feel with the rabbit here and you, that you're someone who's very open-minded. See, we see Alice sitting with a rabbit. She does not see anything wrong or weird about sitting with a rabbit, right? So I think that you are a very open-minded person. You are very accepting of people's differences and where they come from and or what they do or how they function or the past traumas or things that happen to them. You're very open. These things are not things that you consider. Such a sweet, open-minded person. And so now you've learned to balance that. You will always be this person, but at the same time, you will never, history, remember? You will never allow anyone to be that dormant in a relationship or a connection or a work partnership or whatever it is, no matter how much you understand the situation. You can understand, and that's one thing, but you will also set your boundaries, and that's a different thing. So yeah, you're moving forward. You have grown into a new person. There is a rebirth to you, and it's this connection, although was disappointing, and that's an understatement, but it was also at the same time very grounding to you. There's a change of season here in your cards, showing there's a change of who you have become. There's a change in how you look and deal with the situation and look at people, and and all these seasons and all these people really came and shaped who you are today. You've never lost your essence, your soul, your mind, your goodness. But at the same time, you have changed a lot in terms of how to deal with the external situations and circumstances, and people's maybe traumas, and how to deal with the situation. Perhaps that's why you were drawn to the Amazonite, which is the clearing of the air. And I see this symbolically with clearing of the air, as you understood the environment, the ambiance, what's going on. And you'll certainly be dealing different with red flags like that in the future, moving forward. So cool, so proud of you, pile number 3. This was your reading. Kudos to you. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 3, if you're looking forward to becoming more productive and achieving the goals that you have and manifesting what you want. This book could really help you out. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. You'll find that this book truly holds true to this promise. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And pile number 3, thank you so much for everything and for tuning in. Wishing you the best. So proud of you. And looking forward for you to an amazing journey with people moving forward. You should be really proud of yourself, my dear pile number 3. That was your reading. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.